Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about yet another project that has an incredibly high potential in the future, and this project is called Fuse Network or the Fuse token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects that we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website fuse.io in order to learn more about this project, right? But before we talk about Fuse, I want to talk to you guys about Gateio. Gateio is a popular centralized exchange that is known for listing low market cap gems way before they get listed on major centralized exchanges such as Coinbase or Binance. This means by opening a Gateio account and by purchasing these low market cap gems, you not only get an opportunity to make 10, 20, 30, 50 or even 100x gains in these low market cap gems, but you also get an opportunity to get a 30% trading rebate by using the link in the description below. And by using the link in the description below to sign up for Gateio account, you are also supporting the Brutal Investor channel, for which I thank you in advance. So going back to the Fuse blockchain, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on the information presented on CoinMarketCap's page for this token, but this is only going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? Again, I know I mentioned that I'm going to rely on the CoinMarketCap's page for this token, but basically I'm going to rely on their website itself, because as you can clearly see, they don't have a lot of information about this token on CoinMarketCap. The only information that they have is it's a project that was launched in September 2019. Fuse basically aims to lower the friction, cost and barriers for companies delivering mobile payments. So all they're saying is it's a project that was launched in September 2019, and the main aim of Fuse is to lower the friction, cost and barriers for companies that deliver mobile payments. So they don't want to get satisfied with the current system, which is very slow, inefficient and causes a lot of barriers for companies, and they're trying to figure out a solution for all of this, and that's how the Fuse network came into being, right? So let's go to the website itself, which contains more information about this project. So if we go to the website fuse.io, you can clearly see that they have pretty cool, dark themed website, and I really like their logo as well. It's basically the infrastructure for open source money. That's what Fuse blockchain is all about. Launch community centric payment systems and token economics on an Ethereum compatible blockchain. So this, first of all, is a blockchain in and of itself. It's actually a separate chain, unlike a dApp that runs on an existing chain. So there are projects that we've covered where projects are mainly a dApp or a platform or a protocol that exists on the Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Solana or several other existing chains. But Fuse is a separate blockchain in and of itself, and the Fuse token itself is a multi-chain token, right? So if you take a look at BNB or ETH, for example, they exist in multiple different chains. Similarly, the Fuse token itself exists on multiple different chains, and I'm also going to tell you guys by the end of this video how you can earn the Fuse tokens on the Binance Smart Chain for free, right? So I'll tell you that by the end of this video. But overall, if you see, what is Fuse's main goal? Its main goal is to launch a community-centric payment system and token economics on an Ethereum compatible blockchain. So it is a blockchain that's compatible with Ethereum, and they're mainly focused on creating a payment system and token economics centric blockchain, right? So if you click the launch community, you can access the platform itself if you want to stake Fuse, because it is a proof of stake blockchain. You can basically stake it here. If we scroll below, they have this beautiful graphics of the planet Earth with a lot of Fuse theme, Fuse colored dots, and they are planning to connect the whole world with their blockchain, right? So if you see, they have so far about 19.1 million transactions, about 510,000 wallets are already available for Fuse blockchain. They have about 1,791 community members, who are actively participating in the Fuse community. And if you want to view all the other stats, you can click the view stats button here. So turning communities into economies. So the main goal is to turn isolated communities into one big economy. How do they aim to do that? Mobile money, an open source mobile alternative to legacy banking that allows anyone anywhere in the world to access digital payments and decentralized finance. So they're trying to provide a mobile centric economy where instead of going to a bank, you can technically do all your financial transactions in your mobile phone. Well, if you take a look at all the developed countries, currently they're already doing that. So you don't really go to a bank anymore these days. You process transactions and payments through your banks already, right? So why would Fuse do the exact same thing? The reason is Fuse is trying to reach out to communities that are very hard to reach, because there are a lot of communities in Asia and Africa that still have a lot of infrastructure issues where people don't necessarily have the means to access their funds or kind of process payments, and therefore they still have to rely on banks, like physical banks, in order to send payment, receive payment, store cash, and money, and so on, right? So what Fuse is aiming to do is to connect wealthy economies with poor economies, and to create a sense of balance where even poor economies have the same access to infrastructure that wealthy economies have, and create a mobile alternative system which completely relies on a mobile based system instead of banks themselves, right? So that's what Fuse is aiming to achieve. The second core focus of Fuse is to plug and play, a no code platform for communities and businesses to build new economic models, leveraging powerful tools and APIs in a low entry sandbox. So this is also a hard thing to find in low income economies and poor economies, where due to the lack of infrastructure, in computer science as well as information technology, there needs to be a physical system. So if you take a look at some economies in Asia and in Africa, they still rely on physical cash, which is completely unheard of in many Western economies, right? So what Fuse is aiming to do is they're trying to create a no-code platform that communities, businesses, and even governments can take use of in order to create these strong infrastructures that gives people the option to not go to their bank, or not depend on a centralized source of failure, and rely on decentralized economies of scale, right? So that's basically what Fuse is also aiming to achieve. The next main achievement that Fuse's main focus on is to build for scale. It's aiming to build a fast decentralized payment network that offers Ethereum smart contract capabilities and enables anyone to have ownership in the infrastructure. So if you take a look at many blockchains that are coming in right now, their main goal is to become Ethereum, but a better version of Ethereum, right? So they want to do the exact same thing that Ethereum is doing, which is create a smart contract decentralized environment for dApps and NFT platforms and systems that can replace the current centralized economies, but do it much more fast and much more scalable way than Ethereum, right? As you guys know, Ethereum is obviously struggling from scalability and transaction issues, which makes each and every transaction, even a single swap on Uniswap, costs extremely high, and therefore it excludes a lot of people from the ecosystem, which is sad. But that's one of the reasons why we have so many other blockchains that are popping up on a daily basis right now. And Fuse is also one blockchain that aims to just do the same thing that Ethereum does, by building, allowing people to build dApps on top of it, but do it in a fast and decentralized and scalable manner, right? That's also one of their focus. So if you scroll down, you can clearly see they have a Fuse Studio, which is kind of like the toolbox that they give to businesses and communities in order to access their services. So customize your own wallet and currency. So businesses and communities can create their own wallet and they can create their own currency, just like an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain. You can create a Fuse based currency on the Fuse blockchain, right? And you can use that as a means of payment for very low transaction costs and extremely high transaction speeds, right? So zero coding, launch platform for entrepreneurs and impact leaders. So this is also good for people who want to create their own tokens and their dApps, and thereby build on top of Fuse and make it much more easier to onboard people to the blockchain world, right? So by having a zero coding platform, they're making it easier for everyone to onboard onto the cryptocurrency blockchain technology space, right? Mint your own token in minutes. So again, you can create your own tokens in minutes by using their tool set, activate fiat on ramps. The best thing about this particular tool set is that you don't necessarily just have to create your own token. You can actually create a fiat on ramping system as well. So people can basically pay actual money to buy your tokens, by using this tool, which is going to be really huge in the future, right? So grow your user base with powerful tools and plugins. So the tools and plugins provides an opportunity for you to not just create your token and create a fiat on ramping platform, but it also allows you to build your user base and grow them as well, right? So if you want to do that right now, you can click the launch now button, and if you see here, they have a Fuse wallet. You can engage early users for rapid growth, which is easily possible with their platform. Onboard your community members with personalized wallet experience, which is highly customizable, user-owned data, send and receive money instantly. So you can do all of these things with the Fuse wallet, right? And you can download the Fuse wallet using the App Store, Google Play, as well as you can fork it on GitHub. So if you know coding, and if you want to take advantage of this to another blockchain, or if you're creating your own blockchain, you want to take advantage of the Fuse's kind of like idea and tool sets, you can fork the code, which is good that they're allowing them to do that, and use it for your own platform, right? I'm definitely going to expect a lot of projects fork this code and make their own kind of like Fuse wallet or Fuse tool and plugin platform, right? If you scroll below, they have Fuse.Fi, which is kind of like a DeFi platform, trade and earn without friction, the DeFi hub for the Fuse ecosystem. So far we've covered some of the infrastructural components of Fuse, which includes wallets, tools and plugins, and so on and so forth. But now we have the functional component of Fuse blockchain, which is their DeFi platform, which they coin as FuseFi, right? So the DeFi hub for Fuse ecosystem basically is called FuseFi, and what you can do here is you can swap and gain exposure to assets. Again, you can do traditional swapping mechanisms in a decentralized manner, back your token with pooled liquidity. You can provide liquidity to pools, access in-depth trading and token analytics by, again, the same standards as like TradingView, or use the tools that are available in order to identify how your token is performing, and how much liquidity your token has and all that, right? So you can swap and pool right now by clicking on this link right now. So powered by Fuse, real world implementations used by people every day. So what are the real life use cases of Fuse? So are these technologies and tools being used by people in real life? If you see, the answer is yes. So people.eat is a platform that's currently a real life use case of Fuse blockchain. It's a sustainable local economy project in the United Kingdom to decentralized takeaway food ordering. So currently there's a big gap between what can be achieved in real world versus what you can do in a decentralized finance environment. You can obviously swap, provide liquidity, do flash loans, buy NFTs, mint NFTs, do arbitrage trading, even create your own kind of like rebasing tokens and all that on decentralized finance. But it still doesn't provide actual physical tangible benefits, where you can't really buy groceries with a decentralized economy right now. You can't buy a car, you can't buy food, you can't buy groceries, you can't really do anything physically as of yet. But Fuse is allowing you to bridge the gap between the real world versus the digital world by allowing you to build your own platform using the tools and plugins which is exactly what People has done. People is a sustainable local economy project. It's still in its early stages in the United Kingdom, and that's aiming to provide the decentralized means of ordering food and taking it away, right? So you have takeaways, which is a huge economy in and of itself, and I think People is aiming to use Fuse's power in order to bring the takeaway economy into the decentralized world, right? So it's going to be really interesting to see how successful this project becomes, and in a few years you can easily see this project spreading to multiple different countries and economies, thereby helping decentralized world spread faster than we think, right? So you can learn about People Eat, and this is kind of like their app. It's pretty cool to see that there's already an app available. You can kind of click on next to see some of the other images here, but that's pretty cool, right? So you can get latest updates about Fuse by going to their blog post, and they do have partnerships with multiple other apps and platforms. So they're partnered with Engine Starter, Pools, Infinity Pad. They have an ecosystem around that they're trying to grow and invite multiple other dApps and projects to build on top of them. So that's pretty cool, right? Join our growing ecosystem of leading infrastructure partners, liquidity platforms, data providers, and more. So these are some of the platforms, partners who are already working with the Fuse platform. So if you see, Uniswap is also available on Fuse blockchain, including 1inch, Kyber network, Open Zeppelin, all dApps that include the Ethereum blockchain projects are also kind of like slowly migrating to the Fuse blockchain, right? You can also see Gateio is also a partner, so you can technically buy this token from Gateio, and by using the link in the description, you can get a 30% trading rebate on purchasing this token, right? So that's pretty cool. So if you want to get more information, up-to-date information from them directly, you can sign up to their newsletter here, and you can book a meeting to discuss about their payment systems if you want to integrate your platform with their payment services. And you have their social media information here where you can become a part of the community, right? It's a pretty cool and versatile project, which I pretty much feel is underrated right now, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on this project, and it's only going to be a matter of time before this platform starts performing really well and a lot of traction starts getting into this project, right? So going to the coin market cap page for the Fuse token, this token is currently ranked 715th by market cap on coin market cap, and is currently trading at 44 cents at the time I'm making this video, with a close to 10% decrease in the past 24 hours, right? So this project is obviously like dumping, just like the overall markets, because Bitcoin is obviously dumping, and therefore it's reflective of the entire crypto scenario, including Fuse and other low market cap projects, right? So speaking about market cap, this project has a market cap of only $24.3 million. So since we've literally seen physical real life implementations of this project, it's surprising to see that the market cap is quite small. It's less than 25 million technically, and that shows that this project is still in its early stages, and a lot of people are not recognizing the true potential of this platform, right? That's why I want to bring this to your attention, so you can do your own research to see if this is a project that you want to take an interest into. But if you see, the market cap is so low that this project, once it becomes more popular and once it starts growing in the future, the market cap is going to double and triple in a matter of few months, which is definitely coming, and I can see that coming for this project right away, right? Because of how versatile and how much real life problems this project is planning to solve. The fact that if you buy this token right now at this market cap, you are pretty much still in the early phases of this project's success, right? So that's just my opinion, guys, not financial advice. But if you take a look at the max supply, this token doesn't really have a max supply cap, which is one of the only drawbacks of this project. The total supply is 314 million tokens, out of which 55 million tokens are already in circulation. So the circulating supply is also quite low, and the max supply, it doesn't really have a cap. But again, despite the fact that this token doesn't have a max supply, it still doesn't mean that it's a bad project, because tokenomics is a really big factor, but it's not the only factor that impacts the success of a project, right? If you take Ethereum, for example, Ethereum doesn't really have a supply cap as of now, but it still is a valuable project by a long shot. And I think Fuse is kind of like tracing the steps of Ethereum, at least when it comes to tokenomics, and therefore I do believe that Fuse can perform really well despite the fact that it doesn't have a max supply, right? But the risk is you definitely have a risk of dilution. I think that's probably what we're seeing right now. I think a lot of people are dumping their tokens because there's no real scarcity component to it, and that makes this token really an easy target to dump, which is what is happening right now, especially when the markets are volatile, right? So that's kind of like a drawback of this project, but I think it's still not a really bad thing because this project still has a huge potential because of its strong fundamentals, right? If you take a scroll through the charts itself, you can clearly see that this token is dumping like crazy, but it did perform really well just a few months back. And this project has been around for quite some time. It has been around for a decent amount of time, but the price chart is only available since 31st of January 2021. So this token was initially worth 8 cents per token. It was quite volatile at that point, but it kind of like crashed and reached its all-time lows of 4 cents per token. But it was kind of like making occasional peaks and dumps, and it was really moving sideways for most of the 2021 period. It was only during the end of 2021, which was when the token went from 10 cents on um, November 1st of 2021 to a new all-time highs of close to 60 cents per token in just 13 days of November, right? And then it started dumping again, retested the 23 cents mark before making a new all-time high of $2 per token, which is super huge because if you had bought and held this token at any point of time in 2021, you would have made a lot of gains because this token was literally going ballistic, but it literally crashed immediately after that, and even now it's kind of like in the crashing phase, right? I think this token will continue to go down and maybe even break below the 40 cents mark and maybe retest the 25 to 30 cents mark, which will probably be a good opportunity to buy this token because I think this token is still going to dump even further because I think even Bitcoin itself is going to dump, and therefore that's going to cause a lot of tokens including Fuse to dump as well, right? For this price point, I wouldn't really suggest you to buy this token. You can start dollar cost averaging on this token when this token hits kind of like 35 cents mark, and till if you want to wait, you can still wait till this goes below the 30 cents 25 cents mark, which will probably be the best time to buy this token, right? And you can clearly see that this token really has been quite volatile in the past as well, and it will continue to be volatile because of its extremely low market cap, right? When it comes to the Bitcoin comparative, if you take a look at the Bitcoin comparative, you can clearly see that this token has been pretty much a carbon copy of the dollar comparative as well. The initial price of this token was, I think, 251 satoshis per token. It was going up and down, but I think its peak during 2021 was up at around 758 satoshis per token, and then it kind of crashed down to a price of just 13 satoshis per token, which is pretty much its all-time lows. And towards the end of 2021, it kind of reached an all-time highs of close to thousand satoshis per token before crashing back down. And then it starts going up to 4,500 satoshis per token, and now it's dumping at a price close to 115 satoshis per token, right? So I think it is a token that can technically pump with a reversal coming soon, but I would probably say that this is still going to keep dumping. It will probably go below the 75 satoshi mark, which will probably be the price you can obviously start looking to buy this token into in Bitcoin satoshis mark. But I would probably suggest you to hold off on buying this token with Bitcoin or satoshis because Bitcoin is really valuable as a scarce asset. This is just an inflationary token which could technically dump infinitely because it doesn't have a max supply, right? So I'd probably suggest you to stick with dollar comparative than Bitcoin comparative, but it's fully up to you on what you do with your money, right? When it comes to the markets itself, this token is available as an ERC20 token on Uniswap and a BEP20 token on PancakeSwap. But on centralized exchange wise, you can pretty much buy this token from Gateio and MEXC, and that's probably where your centralized exchange options, reliable centralized exchange options end. And I think if you want to buy this token with Gateio, you also have an ETH pair along with a USDT pair, right? So you can clearly see that this token is still very early in its game, and buying this token from MEXC is probably the best option for you, because you will buy this token when it's extremely below the $25 million market cap, and once a few other exchanges will list this token, which is kind of like what we can expect for this project, because it's a really good project, quality project, um, which can get listed on multiple other exchanges. And once this token gets listed on multiple other exchanges, you'll make some significant short-term gains as well, right? But if you want to earn this token for free without having to pay any money, you can technically go to PancakeSwap and stake your cake tokens to earn this token for free in their syrup pool, which currently yields about close to 50% APR in their Fuse kind of like syrup pool. The APR is currently at 47.27%, so it does tend to decrease, and you do have at least, I think, a month or slightly less than a month to earn this token for free. So if you do want to earn this token for free in the BEP20 format, you need to have cake tokens. If you don't have any cake tokens, you can purchase them and then stake them in the Fuse pool on PancakeSwap and earn this token passively for about a month or slightly less than a month, till you decide whether you want to buy this token actively, right? But going back to Fuse on CoinMarketCap page, my final verdict of this token, guys, I think this token is a really good token, and this project is entirely a really good project to make some really good short-term gains on. When it comes to long-term price potential, I think this project definitely does have a long-term price potential, because it is trying to bridge the gap between centralized kind of like businesses and platforms versus DeFi, which it is already doing with some of its tools and services that's offering right now. And I can definitely see a lot of projects copying that, which means a lot of new projects will have to seek inspiration from Fuse, which is only going to be good for the price potential of Fuse in the long run, right? So I think for the short-term price prediction, I think this token can easily cross the 75 to 85 cents mark once Bitcoin starts reversing in price and making some good solid gains. All the altcoins, including Fuse, will start performing well, and I think somewhere between 75 to 80 cents will be the best price prediction for this token in the next 1 to 2 months period. I think in the long term, which is 3 to 5 years from now, depending on how much traction this project gains from the public and how much it manages to solve real life scenarios, I think this project can easily be worth $5 to $10 per token easily in the next 3 to 5 years from now. Again, that's pure speculation. It could change. It could perform even better than that, or it could perform worse than that. We don't know, but there'll be a lot of opportunities for this project to perform extremely well, right? Before I wrap this video up, I want to let you guys know that if you use the link in the description to sign up for Gateio, you can buy low market cap gems like the Fuse token at a very good discounted price of 30% trading rebate, and you can also just hodl it or even stake Fuse to earn more Fuse passively while the price of Fuse goes up. And you can also wait for this token to get listed on multiple other centralized exchanges, which is going to pump the price of this token, and then you can dump it for the short-term gains. Or if you do believe in this project, you can hold on to Fuse tokens for the long run, right? But the point is, you can buy low market cap gems from Gateio at a really good discounted price of 30% trading rebate. If I were you, I wouldn't really miss this opportunity if you don't already have a Gateio account, right? So please use the link in the description to support the channel and to get an opportunity to make 10, 20 or even 100x gains on your tokens, right? Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.